How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem, and welcome back. This is part 10 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight's Silksong. In our last chapter, we found ourselves starting Act 2, and we are in the underworks of the Citadel, and we are kind of trapped until we escape this. So our first mission is, of course, to escape the underworks, and then we're going to backtrack to Greymore, where we're going to open up a shortcut, as well as start the Sinner's Road journey, and then that'll lead us to Bilewater and the Mist, and then we're going to fight the Phantom of the Opera, and all of that work will be done just to end up right where we started. So it's going to be a big circle of a chapter today. We're going to go in a big circle, but it will fill in a lot more of your map. We're going to get 2 trophies today, so that's exciting, and a bunch of other collectibles, and yeah, a lot of lore and things like that. There's a lot of mini bosses, and we have a main boss, so I think it's a fun chapter, but these areas are tough in the sense that they're like, it's like Blight Town in a way. Like they're the poison swamps. They're the tough to platform areas. So it's kind of like the Blasted Steppes in the way that that was difficult. So bear with me. I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible. But of course, let's start chapter 10 with our foreshadowing quote, and then we'll be ready to start. So you never know how thick the fog is until it clears. So that's just a little bit of foreshadow for today's chapter. But yes, we left off at the benches here, and I wanted to explain these. The benches in this area, most of them, you have to buy them, you sit on them. If you stand up, it goes away like the one you just saw. And so the best course of action is not to buy the bench. Only buy it if it's a new checkpoint. But otherwise, you can just die, and it'll spawn you back on the bench. So honestly, that's better than like if you had to come back to this bench. It's better just to die. So anyways, depressing, I know. But yeah, open up this door. And then we have a couple new enemies. Also, I just wanted to point out, today's chapter, we should get the last 20 bugs here. So I can't guarantee that you've killed literally everything, but if you've been following the walkthrough, I've called out all the bugs that we've killed so far. So I'm assuming you're either at the same place as me or just barely off. At any point, though, when we get to the 100 mark, we're going to be able to complete this wish and get a trophy. You might not be at the exact spot as me, but at some point by the end of this chapter, I expect that you'll get the 100. So whenever I turn in this wish later on in this chapter, you'll just do it whenever you hit 100. Okay? So I just want to clear that up because like we're about to meet a whole lot of new enemies, and if you unlock this wish in this little section, then just save it and turn it in once we get back to Greymore. Okay? But I probably won't get it until a little bit from now. These guys look like like the Soviet Union or something. I don't know. Alright, so we are in the underworks, which is a massive area, and it's got like a east and west side. We're in the west side right now. So this area, it's sprawling, and you're not exactly supposed to do the entire area right now. It's kind of one of these areas that you keep returning to, and you do different parts as you unlock the entire area. Think of it like a sewer system to the main city, and therefore there's different paths you can go. So it's a big area, and it connects a lot of other areas. So there's several ways you can go about it. I think the way I've got it now, I think that's the most efficient route that I can figure out in terms of the best possible optimized route to get everything. But I'm curious if, like, you know, in a year from now, if somebody will find a crazier route that's really cool. So I'm always excited to see the improvements on like the tech and routes and everything as the game develops over time or whatever. But anyways, grab the map for the underworks. That is mandatory. And then there's also a secret room over here. Whoa. Get these beads. All 2 of them. And watch out for the steam. Here's another enemy. Boom. And then this is a bone scroll, which is a relic. I saw a lot of people in the comments and also my DMs about like collectible relics and things like that in some of the areas. I want to point out something really quick while I've just picked up one. There are relics and stuff, but as you see, like in that bottom right of Farfields, you'll notice in that little empty square, there's still an area we haven't been. So just so you know, there are still areas that we haven't unlocked, like shortcuts, buy-through passages. Like you might notice, like let's see, Bellheart. There's a section underneath Shellwood that we haven't connected to the Marrow yet. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like I have a plan to return to these areas whenever it's time for those other areas. Like there's a like a bone scroll, but it's over where that area is that's unlocked. So I've tried to lay this out into where like every time I go to a new area to backtrack and open up a new zone, I might pick up something along the way, just that it's because it's convenient. So just because I might skip something doesn't mean it's necessarily like never gonna be in the walkthrough, because you know we have to collect everything, so it's not like it's gonna be missed. We don't get the trophy if we don't collect all the relics and all the different things. So don't worry, we will get it, okay? There's a lot of people asking about different collectibles and stuff because you can do it at your own pacing, but I'm just going on the route that I find the most efficient for myself, at least. So anyways, we pick up a bone scroll. We have the map. And now, let's see. We're going to drop down to the right. Hold on. Go up to the right, and then we're going to drop down. Now these are an area where you can land on those, and then they go away after a second. But there's some shards here. Another new enemy. Just take these areas slow. That's kind of true for like this entire chapter. Just take everything really slow. If you go up here, there's another enemy that we can kill for a journal entry. So now I am currently at 86. You know, so that's already 6 new enemies just since we started. And then go down to the left here. We have a new enemy. You can try to use the charge shot, but I'm not very good with this on this enemy. Oh, fair enough. All right, let's try that again. I thought he was gonna die. I can't believe he's still not dead. That's crazy. There we go. They have more health than the other mini bosses that we're gonna see later on. I just finished my practice run, so I guess I'm used to those. Those guys have way more health, actually. Alright, so jump over the fans and then pick up this shard bundle right here. Alright, now we're gonna head back up. That bridge does collapse, so just be careful. And under, and then you gotta be quick on this one. And then we're gonna go up, but you gotta time it. So once it touches there, then you have plenty of time. And then we're gonna go left first. And here's another new enemy. Keep working left. Another bunch of shards here. And then there's a secret room above us, so we can jump up. Just go under the fans here, jump over. Whoops, hold on. This way. You can't go up. This is gonna open up a NPC that's definitely not weird. You're weird.
To me again. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll deal with him later too. We just gotta meet him for right now. Just exhaust his dialogue. All right, there we go. And then also just so you know, you can get a workout right here. Boom, 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 boom. We got those anklets on. We're doing double time. All right, have fun, buddy. Anyways, yeah, we'll come back and all that. We just gotta meet Loam for now. So going up and over and watch that enemy to your left. Hit the door first. I would definitely be trying to collect beads. We are going to need a lot of those. So be careful if you trigger that guy, because another guy will spawn up there. And if you start fighting him on that platform, you'll have to fight two at once. All right, there's a mask, or a spool shard there. In case you didn't see that. Ah, we lost our beads. Bead down. Damn, bro. Yeah, so a lot of this area we can't unlock just yet. Because, I mean, we're still trapped in Act 2. Like, we can't actually, like, teleport anywhere right now. But we need to grab the rosaries over here. Some frayed rosaries, no big deal. Don't worry, we're almost at a bench soon, if you're struggling. It's not the most expensive in terms of beads, but there is one part coming up that you're going to want to have like 200 beads roughly by the time we leave this area. So I would try to make sure that you have at least around like 150 to 200, just any time, give or take. All right, so instead of going that way, we're going to go to the bench here. Yeah. So hit that, you jump up. Also, I want to point out this is like a total scam, okay? It's a confession booth and you have to pay like 25 rosaries. Don't do that. Just leave that alone for right now. It's just a scam. But real quick, you can jump up here and grab some shards as well. And then these are just benches, so pick whichever one feels the right one. I'm just gonna go middle. And then now we have a checkpoint, and you'll see that we filled in a decent amount of the map. So we're gonna go left and reconnect where we came in at. So that grand gate, that's where we started this chapter, and we couldn't go any higher. So now we're gonna make our way left and open up that, and that'll continue our path. Drop down. And then this can be a tricky area, so just take it slow. There's a little lockdown here. We got one of those big enemies as well. But first, let's get some beads. If I could jump. Oh my gosh, Hornet, chill. Alright, so beat the lockdown here. Oh, die, brother. All right, let's go. I almost died, but I didn't die because I'm great. All right, and then we can drop out here. Oh my god, dude. All right, and then we gotta go. Yeah, okay. Whoops, wrong way. So break that door. We're gonna come back in just a second. So try to get him in the fan. Watch this. Oh. All right, whatever. I tried. So make sure you get those beads. And then there's some more shards as well that we can grab right over here. I love those dice. These guys look like mini Moorwings or something. That boss we fought in Greyloom or Greymore. Alright, let me double check that I got all that. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so there's a fountain if you want to splish splash around. We're not going to go that way yet, so don't worry about that. But get some clean clothes here, clean your cloak. And now let's rest at a glorious bench. And now we are in a new area that the only enemy in this area is crippling depression and loneliness. So good luck. Lots of enemies in here. Just too many, honestly, if you ask me. This is probably the most peaceful area of the game. So enjoy it because where we're going is not going to be very peaceful. In fact, let's get a thumbnail real quick. All right, cool. Hit the lever. It's going to open up the shortcut. As far as enemies, we're at 88, so we're doing good. Grab the beads. Some more shards here. All right. So now you need at least 70 beads here. Alright, so we can't go left yet. So this is the map for the coral place, so buy that. That'll give us our coral chambers map, and now you can see how massive it is. And this is not the entire map, this is just the like one part of it. So it's a massive area. As you can see, we are in Citadel, but it's a massive, massive area. We've only got part of it. But yeah, we're making progress though. But continue to the right, continue to try to find a friend, which is definitely difficult in these times. All right. So now we're gonna meet Lace again. You remember that fight? There is a trophy that we have to get where we fight her in the cradle. That's another boss fight that we have to do. We have to fight her 3 times in total to get the trophies. The missable one we've already done that we did in Deep Docks. The other one that we're gonna fight is in Cradle, which is an area later down this path. But this is kind of, she's like teasing us right now. And once she dips, there's gonna be a couple enemies here. Just take them out. Nothing crazy though. Just a couple new enemies. And this will get us pretty much close to the 100 enemy mark once we complete these enemies in this area. Whoa. No. Whatever. So you're gonna see that we have some like interesting type of locks now. Also, don't worry, we're gonna fight those enemies again plenty of times. Hello? Thank you. My man was proven to be a little difficult. Alright, so there's a breakable window right here. Go ahead and break that. Whoops. There's a secret room over here. And get those rosary necklaces. Alright, now we're gonna break the glass to our right. And there's a door right here that we're gonna open up in a moment, but first we need to come over this way. Yeah, 92, not bad. Oh my goodness. That was lucky. All right. All right, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. I hate these bells. Alright, we have another bench, so that's exciting stuff. And as you can see, we're filling in more and more. I'll put the compass on just for a second so you can kind of see where we're at in terms of the map. Alright. Hit that lever. Hit the other lever. Let me double check here. I've got a lot of different paths real quick. I just want to make sure I'm going the right way for my notes. Yeah, alright. This is going to open up that gate that we had just a minute ago. This area is like a maze, to be honest. Alright, and then open up the gate. And then that's that spot. So we're going to leave that left path alone, because that goes to a whole another thing. And now instead we're going to go this way. And make sure you get these enemies. They're like robots. Oh my gosh, dude, come over to the right. All right. Some more journal entries. Should be getting close now. 96. We're doing good. Alright, we can go get a silk eater now if we go to the bottom left. Alright, just watch the spikes. Oh, come on. Dude, I don't know why I can't push the right button today. There we go. Alright, so we'll get another silk eater here. That's exciting. Again, those let you recover your cocoon without having to go retrieve it. Always nice to have those. And now we're going to head to the right here for the bellway. Definitely pay for this. And then there's a bench and an elevator that we can open up. This is all the rosaries we're spending for this chapter. So this is the like 200 I was saying to have. So now we can actually back travel to to like wherever the map is, you know, we can go all the way back. So now we're not trapped in this area anymore. But before we go anywhere, let's rest here and then buy this elevator real quick. There's instead of bellways in the second area, there's these like two like pods or whatever, and you have to collect all those for a trophy as well. So I wonder what's behind this wall. I don't know if we'll find out, but maybe at the very end of this video we'll find out. Just a hunch. Anyways, now we're gonna travel back to Greymore. All right. Also, I want to point out there is a cage enemy right there, so don't get captured, all right? Whatever you do, don't get captured. That would be just absolutely tragic. So quickly rest at the bench here. And I'm gonna show a new shortcut. You could get this shortcut now, or you could do it later on. It really doesn't matter. Oh, come on, game. Alright, so this is going to open up the Sinner's Road as well, but it's going to take us to an NPC. We're not going to do anything with this, but I did want to just open this up and show you guys this NPC real quick. So break out. Now there's a couple new enemies that you haven't seen yet. And these are like dogs, and you just want to hit them and back away. If they catch you, they take off 2 health. Like 1, 2. And then... Alright, so go ahead and just stand right here. That'll trigger the bench. And then a new NPC. This is our slave, quite literally. I mean, it's his words. I didn't ask him. Alright. Now, we're not going to go that way, okay? We're just not going to do that just yet. Now we're gonna, whoops. We're gonna travel over to the halfway home and then rest at this bench. And then new should be here. We haven't completed our journal, but we have 3 enemies left. So you should be around where I'm at. If you have it already, then great. Turn it in with new once you hit 100. I'm probably going to get it here in a little bit. Also, that scarecrow we just passed in the elevator, that's because we did that one wish. So point that out now. A couple things have changed in the areas that we already have opened and all. But yes, remember this area. It is Sinner's Road. This isn't terribly hard, but it's definitely an annoying area, especially if you don't know like where to go and stuff. But it's a lot of these dogs. Come on, game, really? Thank you. Alright, so go ahead and pick up the frayed rosary string. We are going to have to farm these enemies in just a moment, so I wouldn't like waste too much time killing them because you're about to have to kill them for a little bit. Nothing too insane, but you know. All right. Whoa! That dog did some maneuvers. I'll give it to him. He earned it. Couple beads up top here. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Some shards up here. Now we can't go up that way, by the way. You do want to drop down to the right and be careful in this area. It is a dangerous little spot. And pick up the barbed bracelet, which is a new tool which allows us to take more damage, but also increases the damage dealt. So it's kind of a trade-off there. Now just be careful getting back up this way. That jump can be a little tricky. And again, we're going to be farming those enemies in this room, so I wouldn't, you know, waste too much time killing them right now because we're about to come back there and do that. All right, notice that NPC right there. Just remember him when I mention him later. All right, now we have to go to the right. Now this area can get really overwhelming. Oh, of course. Also, I should point out the water here. If you jump into it, it takes away your ability to heal until you've earned enough to heal again. But basically, whenever you're allowed to heal, it'll remove the curse. And then otherwise, you can't heal. And if you fall in again, then you just die. So this, I'll just show you what it looks like. So like, I have the like maggot stuff on. Alright, so now that I can heal, it'll remove that curse. Just ignore this door for now. Jump up. And I would definitely suggest killing like one enemy at a time. Because when you get to the top of this room, if you just like bypass all the enemies, then it's gonna get crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm becoming a god. I'm just saying. I'm just like completely mastering this game, no big deal. Alright, hit that lever. And then also, before you go that way, come up top here. And pogo across. And then get all the way to the right as far as you can, and then dash. And we're gonna meet a new NPC. Who's gonna give us a wish? Krull and Binjin.
Tamia.
Alright, so accept that wish. And now we just have to farm 10 of those like dog enemies. But we're gonna open up the bench first before we do that. And it's a really fast farm because you can get like 4 or 5 per run, so nothing too crazy. But it's worth it to do it now because you get a tool out of it, and so it's nice while you're in this area and the enemies are here. It's best to just farm it now. But I guess you could come back. All right. So come to this gate right here. Hit that lever, and that's gonna lower down a thing to access the bench a little bit easier. So drop over here. And then, oh, what's that? It's Shaq. Now, this is expensive as well. But at this point, you should have earned your beads, farming and all. But get the map. If you don't have enough, this is where you could pop one of the rosary beads that we've been picking up in this chapter. You could probably use one of those to get that. Now, this bench is really annoying. It's broken. So we have to fix it first. So speak to Shaq again, and you'll get some more dialogue. Alright, now we're gonna go fix that bench. So there's a secret door up there. And now be very careful with this area. Just take it real slow. You have to go above the spike, by the way, so just try to time that. Alright, I'll do it that way. That works too. Oh. I am just absolutely taking damage here. Just like I planned. Ow, no, really? Oh well, I'll cut to it. Alright, I made it back here to my cocoon, so let's try that again. We're still not there yet. But don't worry, if you get hit by the thing, it's okay, because we're about to rest at the bench. But free the gear work. Okay, game, come on. Let me get on the ledge. There we go. And now we can free ourselves. And finally, rest at the bench. So that's our first bench in this area, and it's also our last. So as you can see, we've cleared a decent chunk of it. But there's also a little secret here. If you pogo off the bells, get some height here, and then you can drift. Oh, it's a little bit tricky. But yes, there's beads here. All right. So now we're gonna go farm those enemies. I'll show you again where they're at before we continue on. Just fall all the way down and go to the right. So you got the first one right here. Alright, once you kill him, it drops a roach guts. So we have one right there. You can't get the ones in the cage to drop the item, unfortunately. You can kill him, but you can't. It doesn't drop the item. My goodness, was that a little hectic, if I'm being honest. Alright, continue on, and there's another one down here. So pick up the roach guts. And you just want to get 10, so I'm going to cut to when I have all 10. Just keep resetting at the bench. Alright, so I just finished the farm. It only took a couple minutes there, but we have 10 now. So now we can head back to that NPC and turn in our stuff. First, I'm going to reset at the bench, though. Actually, we can go up one more. I don't know why I'm going to make it harder on myself, right? That'd be stupid. I swear, these enemies are so annoying. They just throw their little spikes. Anyways, there are beads right here. Get those on our way. But yeah, we don't have to go to the bottom of that room. We can just come up here and do the last part of the parkour. Oh, I was trying to push him into the spike. Alright, I bet they're going to be happy to see us. Very, very happy. Would you like your roach guts, sir? They're nice and cooked.
Katestre. Megina fora.
Thanks for the text, sir. Alright, so that's the dialogue there, and we unlocked tacks. The sharp points will pierce any enemy who steps on them. Just like a tack would, believe it or not. Alright, so let's see. Into the spikes, come on. It is possible, I swear. Alright, let me check my notes real quick. All right. So either lever works, doesn't really matter. Now you'll see that there's a bundle up there and there's a path this way. That's going to be where we finish this area at, so don't worry about that. We'll get that in a moment. Let's first kill all the enemies here. How are we doing on bugs? 2 more. Alright, we're going to get 1 for sure right here. So yeah, that dude right there is a new enemy, unless you, I don't know, unless you came here before. But they're actually, these are the guys I was talking about in the beginning that, you know, I was used to killing them instead of the ones in the other place. Because watch, I can just... They're very simple. You can just like kind of rapid hit them. So that's what when I was trying to do that to that first enemy of the chapter. And he had a little tad bit more health than I remembered. So hit that lever right there. And now let's go and kill this little mousey. Actually, let's kill this fool. Now let's kill ourselves a little mousey. No. Damn it. I meant to do that, guys. It's just a strategic fake out. Let the enemies think that I'm actually bad at the game. That was all intentional. Anyway, shard bundle plus, more importantly, a place to go called bilewater, which is going to be really not fun. So anyways, definitely open up bilewater. We're not going there. We do need to open it though, so definitely open up the passageway. And then come and get the beads. Keep working our way down. I think that's it. Oh, buddy. Damn, he just keeps dropping, huh? Ooh, he finished the mousies. My worst enemy. Alright, so break the door, and then you'll remember this area because it's our boy. So feel free to rest here if you'd like. So there's a Silk Eater there. If it's not there, just reload the area. Usually after you've talked to him the first time, whether you die or if you come back after reloading, it'll be there for a Silk Eater. But I wanted to open up the shortcut so we could meet him, and then that way when we met him again, it'd be good to go. Alright, he's a good little... Well, I can't say that. You're doing great, buddy. You're doing a real good job. You don't have to serve me, but that's fine. Yeah. Not much else to say on that dude right now. Alright, now we're gonna go get a key. Just keep making your way up. Dang it, this is a tough one. Alright, now be very careful on this. It's a really rapid one, so... Actually, I'm gonna heal. The faster you go, the easier it is. Alright. Just get the first one, the angle right, and then you'll be good. Yeah, just go fast. It's instead of thinking about it, just zigzag, you know? Alright, now he's gonna drop a key that we could use to free that little NPC, I suppose. But, like, what has he done for us, you know? A little shortcut right there. Definitely needed. Big time speedrun tech right there. Alright, let me double check my notes, make sure we didn't miss nothing. Oh yeah, we did miss something. I'm glad this is why I checked, guys. Let's see. Okay, that's bilewater. It's this way. Sorry, I didn't come this way. There is a flea in here, so that's very important. Go home. So yeah, definitely grab the fleet. Feel free to rest at that bench right now because what we're about to do is kind of nuts, alright? So feel free to rest at that bench if you want to reset, or the other bench, either one. Let's see, I'm one enemy away, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll unlock it in this next section. Yeah, okay, I'll do it at the end of the chapter. If you've already got the 100 bugs, go back to halfway home and turn in that wish whenever you feel like doing that, okay? You just go talk to New in the halfway home. I'm going to do it at the end of the chapter once I've hit 100, but odds are you might already be there. So, anyways, now we're just going to do a big run back here. And we're going to get that bundle of shards up there, but we're also going to kill another enemy. Whoa there. Alright, nothing crazy though. And also I want to point out there are shards in that little cave right there. That's it though, so I mean, you know, is it even worth it? Really quick though, break this open. And this is another secret area. Gotta be careful here, I don't want to die. Oh my god, I just need enough to heal. So close. There we go. Now I can play on the offensive. Get off the ledge, you silly. What'd you learn, buddy? Did you learn that I was infinitely more powerful than you? And it was stupid to even try? Because if that's what you learned, you were right. Alright. Open up the chest. And then open up that. Now, if you want... Yeah, I guess it's probably better to rest at this bench. Because it is closer after all. Because if you die, which you most likely will in this next area, at least you have a closer bench. So I guess do that one instead of the one by sticks. But the advantage to having the sticks bench is that every time you respawn, he has like new silk for you if you wanted. So that's an advantage to that bench. Oh my god, that's speed run. That's when you cheese the pogo. Alright, so now we are going to enter an area that I really want to stress that you have to kill the wraiths enough in this area. There is speculation that you could get all the enemies. Oh, actually, hold up, I'm so sorry. I forgot to free our friend. I talked about it. He's going to hit. We don't have to do this now, but it's best to do it now. Sorry about that. Oh, cool. Awesome. But yeah, in the mist area where we're going next, it's best to there's 9 wraiths you need to kill to get the journal entry. You can't return to the mist. Once you leave it, you never get to come back. So if you miss your journal entry, you're just done. And there's speculation that it does. Sorry, I was trying to focus on that. There's speculation that the enemy will unlock even though you left, but why risk it, right? I'm seeing both reports, and I've never tried the, like, let's not do it. And it doesn't take long to farm, and odds are you're gonna die and you'll get it naturally anyways. But in case you're, like, flawlessing this area, 9 is not easy to get in one run, so you kind of want to farm it for, like, a second. So what I do is I make sure I get 9, and then I do the actual, like, mission. But yeah, just talk to this boy, and we're not gonna get his stuff done right now. We just wanted to free him, and that's it. So now we can go back to where I was. That's all we can do in Sinner's Road for now. Oh my god. I'm gonna kill him just so I can heal. There we go. Well, shit, I might as well kill him now at this point. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't want to enter the hard mist area without having, while poisoned. Okay, so this area is infinite. And you're not going to have the same rooms that I have. It's totally random. There's like, I think like 6 or 7 rooms roughly. And it's totally random on which one you get. But if you die a few times, you'll definitely remember how to get around. But the point is, like, this is an obstacle course that's totally random, has random traps, it has random pathing. You just never know what you're gonna get. But there is a trick to this, and every time you see one of these little butterflies, these guys, play your needle in, and eventually they will guide you to whichever path in that room is the exit. So there's usually like northeast, southwest exits, and you don't know which path is what. But if you get 3 correct paths in a row, you get to a halfway point, which it'll look kind of like where we're at now. It's just like a hallway. And then you have to do 3 more correct paths. If at any point you go out of bounds, you die, or you go to the wrong room, it resets entirely. And if you die, you get back to the bench and you have to completely start. But if you fall out of the map or something, you're going to spawn back here and it resets your progress. So you need to get 6 consecutive rooms. The other thing to know is that there's these white wraiths, and the further you get in the order of 6, the more and more they spawn, and they take about 5 hits to kill. So they are definitely tedious, but we have to kill 9 of those wraiths to unlock our journal entries. So that's the most important thing right now. Like, don't worry about succeeding just yet. Okay, I tried to hit that. Anyways, I'll show you the needling. So they go down. So I know it's that lower, the lower one. All right, cool. I just want to check my notes here real quick. So this is an area we can only get to one time in this game. Alright, so here's a wraith. So let them dash at you first, and then... see, like... That's one of those rooms where the mist is at the very, like, immediately, so... It's unfortunate, but... Hornet's doing just fine. But anyways, you have to... I would just farm these little wraiths. And just be careful. Try to take this area slow and steady. That's the best way to go about it. Because if you start rushing it... it's going to be a real problem. I think it's the left side, but let's double check. Alright, so that's one correct room. I'm going to kill a wraith here. Alright, so yeah, as you see, we need 9 more. So I guess 10 in total. So, oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but if you go the wrong way, it just goes infinite. But you lose your progress on correct rooms. But to farm these guys, I would just start running in like random exits, okay? So that's what I'm gonna start doing. There's no way I get 6 in a row correct, right? So if I do, then you know, I deserve it. The odds on that would be insane. Besides, I would also know at the halfway point, if I got the hallway, I'd know, like, alright, chill out. If these guys grab you, it's pretty nasty. They start sucking the silk out of you. Pause, hold on. I can frame that better. They can drain... You know what, just don't get grabbed. I don't know how to say that without sounding weird. Are you fucking kidding me? I guessed correctly 3 in a row. That's crazy work. Alright, well, I'm gonna make sure I don't go the right way then. That's crazy, dude. Need 7 more. Alright. Ouch. Okay. I'm dead. How? How did I not? Let's find out. Where do we go? So I don't go that way. Actually, I only need 5 more. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought my dice was going to save me. Alright, well, I'm going to cut to having the race done, and then I'll show you how to actually get out of that area and what to do. Okay, so I just got my wish updated for the 100 enemies, and also got my journal entry completed with the 10 wraiths. So now, I'm just going to show you how to get through this area as best as you can. Obviously, your areas will be a little bit different than mine, but the system still is the same. So yeah, once you get your 10, that's the best thing to do, and then farm it. Or then figure out where to go. And again, you can like, there's silk in these rooms and stuff, so if you want to take it slow and just get through it, it is a very frustrating area. I don't know how else to explain it if you haven't done this area. So this should be 3 in a row, I believe. So this is the halfway point. Whenever you have a thing like this, you might be going the opposite way, like left, depending on if you exited left or not. But once you reach this little hallway, that means that you're halfway. And now you have to get 3... Whoa. You have to get 3 more rooms correctly. And then you'll know that you're out. So we're going up. And then now, on the second half, the wraiths are going to become a lot more frequent, as you can see. Get juked! Okay. Game. Oh, that's annoying. I hope this is the right way, because that last one, I'm not really sure if it was the right spot or not. Okay, we did it. Nice. Barely. My health bar. Oh my goodness. All right, so once you've gotten 6 in a row, you'll reach this little area. And again, make sure you've finished the wraiths. Otherwise, you're not going to get that journal entry, as far as I'm aware. There are people that claim that it'll unlock even though you didn't get them, but I really don't believe it unless I saw that. I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to me to like reward the player for not doing it. Now, before you do anything, come over here and free this bench and go ahead and rest there. And now we're gonna drop an elevator down. All right, so don't go to the right just yet. Don't go. Yeah, actually, well. Actually, I don't think it matters. Yeah, alright. Let's just go to the right here and then jump up quickly. Just watch the spikes on the wall. We're gonna drop down. And then in here is a silk eater. Boom. All right. Kill that guy, and then we can continue over this way, where you can free the elevator. And now this is like, whenever you rest at the bench, this will be the way you come back for the boss that we're about to fight. So you would jump up here and then go to the right. But first, we're going to come over here to this mirror and we're going to play our needle in, which will unlock a little secret hint. Or like lore or whatever you want to call it. Why us? Anywho. Super secret room over here. Well, extra, hang on, is it in this one? Oh no, it's up top, never mind. Yeah, that would be extra secret. Alright, so don't go that way, come this way. I was one floor below. You can see how it looks similar. Anyways, come over here in this curtain, and there is a secret room. Watch the spikes, that's gonna lead us outside, and then if you come to the left, jump up. And a flea. Very well hidden flea, if I might add. It's a very big flea. And you're also going to open up a trophy called Flea Finder, which is the halfway point of fleas. So that's our first trophy of the chapter, and then you'll get the second trophy whenever you turn in the wish for the bugs. Oh my god. Oh, thank god. Alright. I meant to do that. Very much meant to do that. Alright, let's go rest at the bench. And I'm going to go over the loadout for this. Yeah, alright. We have the boss, so I'm going to go over a valuable loadout here that I don't necessarily need it, or use it, excuse me, but I could see where it would be nice, depending on your play style. Personally, I'm going to show you how to hit this boss like over and over, and I don't really rely on skills in this one. Like, I'm not using the spear or the thread storm or anything like that, but I could see where if you wanted it, if you're somebody that's like good at maneuvering, then I would stick with the thread storm, because that means you can get close to the boss and be confident that you can get away and stuff. If you're somebody that likes to play a little bit further back from the boss, then throw on the spear, and that'll help you at some point. Again, I don't really rely on the skills in this fight specifically, because it's more about you only get like one hit at a time, so you're not really like wasting silk on your skills. I'd rather save it for heals. Excuse me. So what I am going to put on is the Weave Light, the Plasmium File, and the Fractured Mask, of course. You can throw on the either one of the skills based on how you play. And then we're also going to put on the dice, and I'm going to take off the Shard Pendant. And I'm going to put on... Let's see... You could do the bar bracelet if you feel like you're confident in this. You could definitely do that. I guess I'm gonna leave it on, I guess, since there's nothing really else I have at this point. So anyways, this should be a good loadout, but got a couple options there if you want to do the spear or the thread, either one. And then as far as the Plasmium File, if you want to use it, you can. I'm not gonna really use it. Hang on, let me make sure we grabbed everything. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to come up here. And before we go to the boss, there is some silk over here that you can grab. Alright, now I'm going to go over the boss real quick. It's not that hard. It is when you first try it, I think. But once you figure out what to do, it's actually a lot easier than you expect it to be. Because all you have to worry about is just getting around. Like, she's going to throw a spear at wherever you're at. And then she's going to teleport to wherever that spear went to, pretty much. And all you have to do in your mind is get behind her. So just draw circles around her, essentially. So if she throws it like where I'm standing, then I know she's about to come. Like, let's say she's right here and she throws a spear at me. She's gonna throw it and then teleport to like right here. And if I was like standing right here when she threw it, I would just jump over her and then I could hit her in the back. So all you're doing is like drawing a circle. So if she does it right at you, you jump over her. If she's up in the air and she throws it down at you, you just go around her and then hit her in the back. And that's it. That's the entire fight. You just keep drawing circles around her. So I'm gonna showcase that. Nothing crazy. So she throws it, I go up and around her, I drew a circle, I hit her once, I back off. She comes that way, I go around her. So she's gonna throw it, I go up and over her, I hit her once, I back off. She throws it, I go up and around her, I hit her once, I back off. I go around her, and so on. Sometimes she'll parry your attack, in which point you want to immediately jump. Like, just go over her if you hear that sound. To me, the hardest part of this boss is just finding a healing window. So this is it. That's that parry one. So as soon as you hear it, if you are quick, you can just jump over it and you won't get hit. Stop following me. Alright, that's phase one. That's the core fight. That entire thing. All she's gonna do now is just have these little light pillars and you just don't get in them. That's it. Everything else is the same. She never gets any new moves. It's just these light pillars. But otherwise, she stays the same the entire fight, all 3 phases. So as long as you get this down, just, you know, constantly getting behind, then you'll be good. After those light pillars is a good time to hit her once or twice. Usually she's, like stationary. Like so, 1, 2, then back off. You don't have to get greedy, you don't have to go for 2 hits. That's phase 2, so still the same moveset. Now the lights are going to be a little bit faster. Just wait a second, like it's kind of a delay. Whoops. Alright, I need like a moment, game. She keeps teleporting exactly where I'm at. I ran out of... couldn't hold that air. Oh, she knew? What, she just knew I was gonna jump? Is that what I'm supposed to believe, game? And this should be it. Nearly. There we go. Really not that hard. Once you get that one move set where you just have to go up and around her, once you figure out the way to do that, the entire fight is that. Like, she never gains any new moves. She does the same move the entire time. It's just those light beams. I don't really feel like it's that crazy of a fight once you figure out what I mean by, like, always going up and over her. And just hit her one time at a time. You know, maybe you get 2 hits, maybe not. And the only thing that you could improve on would be, like, you could use your tools if you want. You could use your silk, you know what I mean? So you can do that if you would like. But either way, when you're done, we're going to open up Cross Stitch, which is a new skill. And now we can open up this elevator. Couple shards here if you would like. Head to the left, go up the wall. Be careful though. No, go to the left here. Make sure you break the wall here, and then you can pick up the memory locket. That's important. And then when you're ready, you can drop down. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back where we started. So, big loop here. But now you'll see that we have opened up Sinner's Road, which took us through the mist, which then took us up through the Grand Bellway. So, exciting stuff. We still have quite a bit of map to go over in this area with the bilewater. That's a huge area, about as big as Citadel. It's huge. And then we have the underworks, the other side of it, plus we have a lower part as well and an upper part, and then we have the coral chambers. We have a lot more to go in that. So we still have quite a bit of work to do on the underworks, Citadel, and bilewater sections. Those are the three main areas we're going to be staying in for a little while. But that is a good progression in terms of that. And now to finish the chapter, I'm going to quickly backtrack to turn in that wish with new. So that's easy enough. We can finish the chapter there. Again, if you don't have this, it's because you haven't killed 100 enemies. You should at this point. I would like, if you've been following, you should have at least 100. Obviously, for the trophy, we have to get a lot more. You have to get all of the journal entries. But for this trophy specifically, it's just collecting 100. And also, New is about to try to pull a move on us. And I'll let you experience that real quick. I mean, I know we're pretty, but come on now. Back off. Get away from me, New. I am way out of your league. I'm the main character. You think you're the secondary character? You're not even sidekick material, New. Anyways, yeah, put New in their place. We have everybody perving on us in this game. Like, what's up with that? We had the Flea Krat. We have New. There's another area where they take our clothes from us and we're naked. And, like, everybody in this game is, like, perving on us. I don't know what the message is from Team Cherry. That, like, if you are main character lady, you're just bound to be perved on, I guess. I don't know. But either way, that's going to unlock a trophy, by the way. The, what do you call it? Keen Hunter, I believe is the name of it. Yeah. So that is going to unlock that trophy. That's for getting 100 enemies. So you should have the Keen Hunter, and then we also got the trophy for what should call it? The Flea Finder. My bad. My brain is not working right now. But anyways, that is the end of the chapter, and I will pick back up in part 11. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.